coronary arteries, arterioles, aorta, veins, venules, baroreceptors, the constant balancing between the sympathetic and parasympathetic systems, between vasoconstriction and vasodilation to maintain the blood pressure at its optimum of 120/80, the systolic pressure versus the diastolic pressure, etc. All this prompted David HaMelech to say in Tehillim 139, Flia das mimeni niskava lo uchala. Your knowledge, Hashem, it's too wonderful for me, I cannot attain to it. The Nefesh HaBahamis, the animal soul of a Jew, derives from the neutral clippus noga, and it dwells in the left ventricle of the heart, says the Tanya, chapter 9. The word lev and derivatives of it occur 827 times in the Tanakh. Rav Miller translated the word lev in the Tanakh as mind, and indeed anatomists have recently found that the heart and also the stomach have their own neuronal plexi capable of thought. Thus, when a man says an expression, I can feel it in my heart, and I've got a gut feeling, it is a literal truism. He is actually thinking from his guts. See the Midrash Tehillim 1:6 on Koheles 1:16 for an outstanding exposition of the heart's functions and activities. Physiologically, a heartbeat is caused by electrical impulses from the sinoatrial node, also known as the pacemaker, causing a wave of excitation to spread through the heart muscle, as can be seen in the familiar PQRST waves on electrocardiogram printouts that litter casualty wards of hospitals, lo aleinu. And spiritually, a heartbeat is a manifestation of rotza v'shov, constantly running and then retreating. Rotza is the state of longing to cleave to God, the passionate desire of the neshama to transcend its material existence, to run forward and cleave to its source. Whereas shov is the neshama's sober determination to retreat and fulfill its mission in this physical body, the resolve to live within the context of material reality, based on the awareness that this is Hashem's ultimate intent. As it says in Yecheskel 36, V'nasati lechem leiv chadash v'ruach chadasha, Etein bekirbacha v'hasirosi es lev ha'even mibsorchem v'nasati lechem lev basar. I will give you a new heart, and I will put a new spirit into you. I will remove the heart of stone from your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh. Letter number 1. Letter number 2, on the subject of something topical, being that everyone is talking about nuclear warfare and a possible World War III, my letter on the subject of the Jewish contribution to the atom bomb. Recently died a man named Abraham Zeram, one of the last surviving Manhattan Project scientists, a Jew, and it reminded one of the contribution of Jews to the atom bomb's development. For example, Jews like Albert Einstein, Richard Feynman, Robert Oppenheimer, Niels Bohr, Hans Bethe, Edward Teller, Otto Frisch, Otto Hahn, Fritz Strassmann, Paul Wigner, Leo Szilard, Lise Meitner, etc., etc. All Jews. 3 times daily in the Aleinu prayer, which is the most common prayer that we say, the Aleinu, we say in the second paragraph, Va'al kein nakave lecha liros meheira b'seferes uzecha. We hope to you, Hashem, to speedily witness something called Tiferes Uzecha, the splendor of your power. Currently, at this moment, the most powerful thing that we can see, liros, with our physical eyes in this physical universe known Kabbalistically as Asiya Hagashmi, what is the most powerful thing? The instantaneous release of the binding energy of the atomic nucleus, either through fission or of an atom bomb, or the fusion of a hydrogen bomb. In that prayer Leinu, in a sense, we're actually saying, yes, Hashem, we want to see your power. We want to see an atom bomb explosion. Yes. But there is an even greater power. As it says in Dvorim, Ponim b'fonim diber Hashem imachem baha mitoch ha'esh. Face to face, Hashem spoke to you on the mountain from out of the fire. Dvorim 5. The fire from which the voice of Hashem emerged was not merely a raging conflagration, like a devouring fire on top of the mountain, but it was even more fierce than an atomic fire, and it cast an appalling fear upon the spectators. We can hardly picture the effect that voice had as it emerged from the fire. Unquote. Again, Rabbi Victor Miller, Fortunate Nation, his wonderful commentary on the Chumash, page 61. In Dvorim 32, which is a chapter at the end of the Torah, all about the coming Messianic age, there is a frightening verse. Ki eish kodcha ba'api, vatukad ad sha'ol tachtis, vatochal eretz v'yevula, uslahet mosde horim. A fire is kindled in my nostrils, says Hashem, that will burn to the depths of Sheol and devour the earth and her produce, and it will set ablaze the foundations of the mountains. Rabbi Baruch Horovitz of Yeshiva Dvar Yerushalayim, he said many years ago that a special bracha, a special blessing should be instituted after the morning service, after Shacharis every day, just for the fact that there has not yet been a nuclear war. The Kabbalah refers to the Chokhmah of Hashem that is concentrated in Gashmias, material matter, as being Koach Ma. Chokhmah is Koach Ma. Literally in Hebrew, the potentiality of what is, of which the unlocking of the vast energy in the atom is merely a remez. It's just a hint. The Midrash in Shir HaShirim speaks of the Moshiach coming in a generation deserving of destruction, and indeed that will be actually capable of destroying itself. In Yeshaya 17, relevant to today, it states, Hinei Damasek Musa Me'ir V'haisa Me'i Mapala. Damascus will cease being a city, it will become a heap of ruins. Tehillim 11, David HaMelech stated, fire and brimstone and burning wind will be the portion of their cup. In chapter 24 of Yeshaya, he states, Hinei Hashem boke ka'oretz uvolka ve'iva paneha vehefetz yoshveha. The Lord empties the earth and makes it waste and utterly despoiled. The earth mourns and withers. The world languishes and fades away. The earth is also defiled under its inhabitants, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore the curse has devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. The inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Desolation is left in the city, and the gate is battered to ruins. With the power of an atom bomb, a person can be standing, and then in the next second, before he hits the ground, be completely consumed. Before the atom bomb, no weapon had the capability of such destruction. May soon be fulfilled Hashem's promise. Yeshaya 65. Ki hineni bore shamayim chadashim va'aretz chadasha v'lo sizacharna harishonos v'lo sa'alena alev. Behold, I will create a new heaven and a new earth, and the previous one, the former one, will not be remembered nor even come to mind.
Wow.
What do you think of the new,
That was a good one.
What do you think of the new U.S. Defense Secretary,